Hello everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of Kronos Plays Final Fantasy IV: The After Years. So this is actually, it's not a blind LP, but it's not exactly planned out to the fullest because I've never actually played the iOS version of this game, but I have played the PSP and WiiWare versions of this many times. So I am actually quite thrilled to see how this has changed, though I have played a little bit in advance for recording purposes. But let's go ahead and start. Ceodores Tale. Ceodore, the crown prince of Baron, defies his mother's wishes and joins the illustrious Red Wings to prove his prowess as a knight. But when the Red Wings are destroyed by an enemy ambush, Ceodore alone must set out to save all he loves with the aid of a hooded stranger. Sounds thrilling! Long ago, this blue planet was saved by the prayers of an entire people. 2 moons became one anew, and time inexorably marched on. The day of departure has arrived for the heir of the Holy Paladin. In the skies above the airship, 2 moons rise listlessly, one ominously growing ever larger. Why has the Dark Harbinger returned? A new destiny has begun to unfold, and yet, as always, the crystals shed only their silent light. Stuff goes by pretty fast. Ceodores Tale, the last of the Red Wings. I mean, title kind of spoils what's going to happen, don't you think? Captain Biggs. The Adamant Isles is in sight. I'm nodding my head. Very good. You don't look well, Prince Ceodore. Prince of Baron, Ceodore Hardy. I can tell you're nervous about this. After all, this is your first deployment. Try talking with some of the other soldiers to take your mind off matters. Now you're probably wondering, man, Kronos, all these official voice actors sound exactly like you. Well, because they are me. I know, I'm very talented. But it seems they didn't actually do voiceover for this. I'm not really disappointed by that, but I know a lot of people are. I'm not one for, voice acting, though I will say that Final Fantasy IV DS's voice work was spectacular and something I was actually a very big fan of. So it's sad-ish to not hear any voiceover, but I'm glad they didn't just cheap out and get horrible voice acting. Anyways, your father, King Cecil, achieved knighthood by passing this trial himself. Did you know he actually served as captain of the Red Wings before becoming king? Nah, I don't think I've ever played that story. The Red Wings are the pride of Baron, the most elite of our kingdom's forces. We may not be at war, but our training regiment never is as fierce and as grueling as always. The Adamant Isles look peaceful enough at first glance, I'll give you that. But there is a grotto there, a holy land of sort. All knight trainees train there at least once. You think you would go to different places, maybe do other missions? I don't know, it seems kinda samey. Monsters don't play favorites. Royalty or peasant, they aren't picky about their prey. It's just as true for us Red Wings too, I suppose. You may be the crown prince of Baron, but it means nothing here on this ship. You are friendly as hell. Let's look at our status. Ceodore here, he has 80 hit points and 10 magic points. He is a mix between... Well, actually, he's more of a mix between a paladin and a white mage. So he has a pretty good balance between all of his stats except intellect. It will change a little bit throughout the levels, and some will start to grow faster than the others. But in general, the only stat that really suffers to him is intellect. But nothing ever really becomes extraordinary. Now, he does know white magic. He actually knows more white magic than the standard paladin. So he's a better backup healer or off healer in terms of like Cecil would be. He equips, swords, spears, I believe. Well, at least he could in the PSP version. I'm not sure about this version. PSP and WiiWare. But swords and heavy armor are generally saying. I think he can equip some white mage armor as well, but we'll find that out in the future. Wedge! We are currently on our way to the Adamant Isle, a very small landmass in the middle of the ocean. It is a staging ground for your initiation trial in becoming a knight, my lord. It goes without saying, of course, how overjoyed your father Cecil is to see you finally taking on this task. Yeah, but Mum didn't seem quite pleased now, did she? How are you feeling now, my lord? Better? I suppose so. I can certainly understand what you're going through, my lord. But considering your bloodline, there's nothing for you to be worried about. My bloodline? Yes, my lord. You have inherited the blood of the two great heroes. King Cecil the Paladin and Queen Rosa the White Mage. Don't look at me like that, Wedge. It's creepy. That doesn't mean anything. I'm just another soldier being tested for knighthood. Don't kid yourself, boy. You're no soldier yet. You're nothing but a squire. Joining the Red Wings isn't as an easy lark as it was back in King Cecil's day. I know that. That's why I'm here today, too. Falcon Punch! Prince Ceodore! You got a lot to learn, boy. Starting with how to keep that mouth of yours shut. Ready to touch down on Adamant Isles, Captain. Good. All hands, landing stations. Biggs is kind of a hard ass, I guess you can say. But it is kind of neat to have Biggs and Wedge in a more important role than the normal Final Fantasy game. Final Fantasy VI gave them a slightly bigger role than the most too, but we're not playing Final Fantasy VI now, are we? In fact, I find the iOS version kind of unplayable, to be quite honest. Here's our stop, Ceodore. The Adamant Isle. You are to report to the village of Mithril up ahead and await orders. Got it? Yes, sir. Can't hear you. Say it like you mean it, boy. Yes, sir. I understand, sir. Man, Ceodore's tiny. As sorry as ever before. Blank text box. Alright, so we are on the Adamant Isle, and we get that nifty little mini-map up on the left-hand corner. I don't think I mentioned that on the airship. But we can still open the world map with the right bumper bar. I don't know what the PC command is. We can go back onto the Red Wings ship, and I believe, yes, there's a healing pod here. Now, this is for if you want to do some level grinding-ish stuff here. What do you have to say? Even the most tranquil of lands, most monsters may strike anywhere, anytime. If you are low on HP or MP, use that pod over there to get you back on your feet. I wish you the best of luck with your knight child, my lord. Aw, thank you very much. See, we need more soldiers like you, who treat me with the respect I deserve. I'm not becoming a paladin, I'm becoming a dark knight. Let's get into some combat. In the PSP version, I spent out here until I was like level 10. Just for shits and giggles, really. I'll go over the moon phases when it's pertinent, but as you can see, the battle system's pretty much the same as the DS version / PC version, I should say. The PSP is completely fucking different. Oh my god! The goblins did 18 damage, what am I ever gonna do? Oh, I'm gonna kill his friend for starters. No, I'm gonna kill this one! Let's see, you're probably going to gain, like, a good amount of levels. 2, well, that's a good amount. You gain 11 in magic points. That's actually kind of more than I remember you getting. Just heal up a little bit. We'll be staying at an inn shortly. You have the save option down here. They give 3 slots for each tail, huh? That's actually good to know. I was wondering how they were going to handle that. Oh, I can switch too. Lovely. Alright, let's head into Mithril. Oh, there's the 3 dancing brothers again. They haven't moved in, what, 17, 16 years, 15 years? However long it was before, well, after Final Fantasy IV. Your mission in this trial is to obtain the Knight's Emblem housed deep inside Adamant Isle Grotto. But there is one condition, boy. You cannot enter the grotto until the moon is at its fullest. You best get yourself ready before then, mentally and physically. Is there a reason why I have to wait for the full moon, sir? Ha! You don't know about that either? This is gonna be a long day, I'll tell you that. Technically, it's gonna be like a long few days, because I actually have to go rest at the inn, and then, you know, because it's the waxing moon now, it's gonna be the full moon tomorrow. Wedge, what do you have to say? The light from the moon casts its effect upon all creatures on our blue planet. No monster can escape from its influence, and neither can you, Prince Ceodore. Black magic, white magic, even physical attacks are all affected by the phase of the moon. But remember this, the moon cycles between phases with the passage of time, my lord. You will need to adjust your battle tactics with the current phase to survive out in the field. What happens during a full moon? Apparently, Ceodore and Wedge sound exactly the same. Black magic becomes stronger, but physical attacks are half as powerful. White magic is unaffected. So our swords become liable during the full moon? Not necessarily. Our attack power is halved, but that applies to monsters as well. What more, my lord, you are gifted with white magic from Queen Rosa. If your tactics match the current moon phase, then you will never be at a true disadvantage in battle. Now then, perhaps we could stay at the inn until the full moon arrives. Now, I'm gonna go, like, explore and take some treasure. Piggy, what do you have to say? Press M to run and bam, it's done. Press M to run and bam, it's done. Press M to run and bam, it's done. All together now, press M to run and bam, it's done. Don't ever forget it, man. Okay, what happens if I press M? It brings up the map, you lying sack of shit! Oh, I'm gonna so have bacon later. Maybe it's because there are only one moon again, but tectonic activity has made the island a lot larger. Not that it's much compared to the big continents, of course. Yeah, that's kind of true. Also, I'm pretty sure this town would be completely fucking destroyed if it was that active. Just saying. When the gauge next to someone's name is filled up in battle, that means the character's turn is coming up next. But you still get options, of course. If another party member's gauge is also full, try pressing tab. You'll let the other party member take their turn first. You know, I'm not even gonna worry about their keyboard shortcuts because, as we just saw a second ago, they're not right. Where is that other treasure? I believe the treasure are all the same. Well, they're all in the same locations as the DS version, but they're just different depending on where you are in the current story. We're probably going to be keeping that ruby ring. We're going to meet some people that lost the ruby ring shortly. In fact, I think it was one of these guys. Would you help our boss find his ring? Would you help our boss find his ring? No! Let's go check out the shop. Welcome! So, they sell longswords and broadswords. Don't bother purchasing armor here just yet. King Cecil is a great man, wouldn't you agree? It kinda sucks, really. And his queen, Rosa, oh, such a kind, beautiful woman. How I envy that king. Hubba hubba. Rosa's, you know, she's a MILF. You know, can't really deny that. How old is she? She's probably like almost 40 in this version of the game. Are you the guy from Baron who's here to become a knight and everything? The grotto's home to some fearsome monsters. I hope you know what you're getting yourself into. I literally do, actually. For the most part. So yeah, don't buy any of this armor. You only need a helmet anyways. You don't really have the money for it, but don't bother going out and grinding for it. We're gonna get some armor coming up in probably like 2 or 3 minutes. And I believe you all sell different things in here. Some magic can be cast on your whole party or on a whole group of enemies at once. There are several ways to go about doing this. Try pressing the target all button in the lower left of the screen. You can also target all allies or enemies by pressing the left or right pressing right or left while a party member or enemy is selected. Left or right toggles between enemy and allies when applicable. Something about that whole sentence confused me. I know what it means. I do. You press left if you're on the party to go to the enemies. If you're on the party, you press right to select all party members. You press left if you're on the enemies to select all enemies. I hear the guy who lives in the grotto has made a hobby out of collecting rare tales. Yeah, he did. Son of a bitch kept all the adamant for himself, though. So yeah, general item store, nothing really much in there. You could sell the ruby ring, or you could return it to the pig. He would give you about 500 gil, I think. Like I said, not really concerned right now. Let's just go to the inn and spend some time resting up. There was another guy who took the night trial once. Someone with the same eyes as yours, but that was ages ago. The Red Ring of Baron's most elite airship fleet, right? I thought that was one heck of an airship there, but no wonder, huh? We wouldn't have had this period of peace without the selfless efforts of King Cecil and Queen Rosa. This is true. And 3 other people. Sure, let's stay the night. So as Wedge was saying, the different phases of the moon are going to affect your combat. For the most part, it's not a big deal. But yes, full moon, your damage is going to be health physically, but if you have black magic, it's going to be much stronger. If it's waning, your physical is going to be doubled, but that's same for enemies too, so you got to be careful with that one. One second. Captain Briggs is waiting for you in the grotto. Please hurry. Will do. But yeah, if it's waning mood, you gotta be careful, because enemies will beat the hell out of you. Like if you're going up against a golem, they will punch you into the ground. Now you could spend some time out here leveling up. There is really no need to do that. Alright, let's go into the grotto. Adamant Isle Grotto Floor 1. Late. Even to your own mission. Man, what a worthless squire they stuck me with. We're about to begin our journey into the Adamant Isle Grotto. Not to repeat myself, but your orders are to retain the Knight's emblem. If you want to cut and run like the spoiled little prince you are, now's the time. You remind me of like a jock bully from a movie. ... Oh, did that hurt, boy? Well, quit pouting and go get your provisions from these chests. Hey, you're a dick. I love you. We get a potion. A tent. Ethers. Or 1, anyways. A phoenix down, which actually is not useful, but you'll find that out later. Prince Ceodore, may you have the best of luck in battle. I can already see you becoming a valiant soldier like your father, Prince Ceodore. Finally found some resolve in you, huh, boy? Get on with it, then. Captain Biggs, and Wedge have joined the party. Keep pronouncing his name as Briggs for some reason. Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Oh my god, shut up! Anyways, we got Biggs and Wedge. Biggs is at level 12, Wedge is at level 10. Let's look at their stats. Biggs, he's freaking strong. He's really, really strong. He also comes with black magic, and it's really good black magic. Wedge, again, he's strong, not as strong as Biggs, but he's really strong, and he comes with white magic. He only comes with 1 white magic spell, I believe. I think it's Cura. No, it's Cura and Cura. But look at the amount of health and MP they have. And look at Biggs' spells. He has Fyra. He has Stop. Totally gonna put Fyra up here so I can easily select it in combat. And he has 100 MP as well. But you know, just because he was an ass to me, I'm gonna steal all his equipment. There we go. You can have my crap. You cannot have that ruby ring, though. Yeah, that's about it. That's good. You're the one after the Knight's emblem, aren't you? Well, keep your guard up in there. Nah, I'm good. I'm gonna rush in there like a lunatic. So they just give us the full map in this version of the game, huh? Interesting. Maybe that changes later on. Maybe. Oh, but it doesn't show us the treasure on the screen. That's different than the DS Final Fantasy. Well, DS Final Fantasy IV. Goblins, my worst enemy. Here we go, Ceodore. Dude, I took on 4 of these things, or 5 of these things by myself. I don't need your help. I imagine you're already aware of how the phase of the moons can affect you on the battlefield. It's a full moon right now, so black magic is more powerful. White magic hasn't changed at all. But take a look at the commands. Physical attacks have been weakened by half. They're red. Red! As you can see, the color of the command changes to reflect the effect of the moon. Commands strengthened by the moon phase are displayed in green, while commands weakened by the displays that are weakened are displayed in red. It's gonna be one of those LPs where I can barely keep up with the text. Make sure to pay attention to these colors during battles. They could have a major impact on the outcome of the fight. Okay, I'm gonna attack. And I'm gonna do Fyra. There we go. Good job, Biggs. You wrecked them. That was a lot of damage. I like it. And Ceodore gains a level. 5 MP. That's actually about average, isn't it? Ooh, 4 now. Next. Oh, that's not Biggs. Next, I'll tell you about band moves. A band is a type of powerful multi-person technique. You cannot perform a band with someone unless you have some kind of bond with that person. Deep bonds. Oh wait, that's Ceodore. Deep bonds. Yes, my lord. Allow myself and Captain Briggs to demonstrate how to band. Oh god. Ass to ass. Let me walk you through the basics behind a band. When it's my turn, select the band command. Next, pick the band ability you want to use. Let's try banding together Biggs and I with Vibra Edge. Band. Vibra Edge, max level. Oh, actually, I think I read about this, that your bands level up in this version of the game. That's cool. They were kind of... Okay, that's a badass pose, guys. That's pretty cool. Good job, everyone. But yeah, I read that they level up in this version of the game. What, boy? Was that too fast for you to see? No! Another combat! Well, we'll just do a band attack. Go Biggs, go Wedge, it's your birthday, you can do it. Good job! I mean, a fire would have done more. That does bring up something that the cursor is by default on remember, which I'm so glad they have in this version. They didn't have that in the Final Fantasy IV version of the game. For the PC anyways. Ugh, Ceodore learned Libra. He's gonna be Libraing all over the place now. Oh, I got a tent. Lovely. There should be another treasure, I think, up here. There's not. Oh, is it up in that penis-shaped corner? It could be. I swore I remember there being more tutorial battles than the ones we've had. And more treasure. Then again, I could just be wrong. There's that treasure. I got an ether. Ethers are always useful, especially when you have a healer. Ah, this is a new enemy. Let's treat it like every other enemy. Use band attack, Vibra Edge. Yeah, that's all I've been doing for the random encounters, just letting Biggs and Wedge just insta-kill them all. Even with swapping equipment with Biggs, it doesn't really do much with his damage. And down we go. Adamant Isle Grotto 2, or Basement 2. Okay, Ceodore, it's all yours from here. Don't worry, Prince. Remember, you have the blood of King Cecil, and that has nothing to do with it. Prince Ceodore! Aw, don't look so sad, buddy. Looks like you got at least half a backbone in you. Get back here alive or forget about making the Red Wings. Yes, sir. Also, I need to have a shower. There's something drastically wrong with my hair. Biggs and Wedge have left the party. That's a shame. Anyways, I think we could talk to him. Let's go talk to him in a second. There was... thought there was like a hidden... No, that's probably further in. Oh no, Ceodore's alone. What should we ever do? That's right, we're just gonna one-shot them. Because they're goblins. Did he expect anything else? We also took the longsword from Biggs, so that's kind of helping. Ooh, 15 damage and a critical. I'm hurt. I'm hurt. Not as in pain as you're gonna be, though, Sword Rat. Do we one-shot you? We do. Oh. Splendid. We gained a level for that, too, but only 1 speed. Fair enough, I guess. I'm sure you can do it, Prince Ceodore. Get back here alive? Yeah, you already told us that. You already told us that, Biggs. Oh my god, they speed up the combat when it's fast on auto battle. I am so goddamn aroused right now. I had no idea they did that. And I don't know what to do now because I have a whole thing of tea in my hand just kind of waiting for the transition. So quietly put that down. Alright, there we go. Level 7. Oh, that's just beautiful. And that's going to be it for this episode of Kronos Plays Final Fantasy IV The After Years. Ceodores Tale. I'm probably just going to call it The After Years going forward. Well, Final Fantasy IV The After Years. But if you like the episode, press the like button below. If you're not subscribed yet, why don't you head over to my video section, check out some of my other content, and see if it's to your liking. Either way, thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a great day.